Hello, hola, and hello to all my friends and family out there in YouTube land. It is your girl, Londyn Brielle, and today I'm coming to you with a sample Sunday Saturday review. So if you have not already, please hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you can be notified of all my new and upcoming videos and you do not miss a single one. So today I'm coming to you fresh face with just a little bit of lip gloss and some mascara because basically today was just a chill day and I just had no motivation to actually do my makeup. So I don't know if any of you guys kind of get in those moods where you just have no motivation to kind of put it together, but that's how I felt today. So we're just going to go over the products that I chose last Sunday for our sample Sunday video, and we're going to see how they fared for me, if I liked them, if I didn't like them, how they worked, any thoughts I had, and if I wasn't able to finish anything, if I'm going to keep it and continue to use it this month so I can put it in my trash bin for the end of the month, or if I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give it to a friend, a family, or if it's going to be dumped immediately into the good old trash bin. So the first thing we have is the Tarte Friction Stick, and this was basically just a exfoliator. So I have just this, I can't even roll it up anymore. It's this tiny, tiny, tiny bit. I mean, it's not even, it's like a thumbnail's width, which essentially is probably half a use that I have left. I'll probably end up using the rest of it tonight. But it's just an exfoliator. It's this black purple color, and you couldn't feel any of the exfoliation when you first touched it, but when you put it on your face, you definitely can feel it. It did get used up quite quickly once I started using it. I tried to put it in my hand at first, to rub some in my hand, and then put it on my face. That worked fairly well. Because I didn't know if I really wanted to put the exfoliator completely on my face and do it that way, but in the end, that's what I went with, was just opening it, taking the exfoliator, dampening my face in the shower, and then rubbing it on like this. When I feel like I had it coated enough, then taking my fingers and rubbing it in. I don't know if necessarily that's the best way to do, if it's the most sanitary, because essentially even while you're putting it on, you're kind of exfoliating the dead skin already on your face. So, you know, but I did always make sure I rinsed it off afterwards, but again, because it's in a stick form, it is essentially wasting product from that because the product is like melting off when you're rinsing it. The pro about it is that it's a very thin, fine, exfoliating beads, sand, grit to it. So it feels super fine. Like if you've ever felt like super fine grit sandpaper, that's what it felt like very minuscule, definitely something that you could use daily. And I did like that, even though I'm somebody who generally likes a more coarse kind of like apricot scrub exfoliator. I did like this because you could use it daily and it didn't irritate the skin. The things I didn't like about it is, regardless if it's in this size or in the regular size, I think that is going to be used up quickly, because even in the sample size, it completely got used up very quickly. As you can see, I have about half a use left, just because it is in the stick form and water gets on it. It just, there's no squeezy tube for it. I think if it was in a squeezy tube, it would be better because you could control how much you're getting. When you're putting it on your face or putting it on your hand to then put on your face, you're not really controlling how much of the product you're getting. You're kind of just swiping and gauging, you know, when you kind of think there might be enough of it on your face. So I don't like that. I think that it's going to be a lot of product that gets distributed unevenly and a lot of product that gets misused and wasted. The other thing I really didn't like about it is I noticed my face was very dry when I got out of the shower after using it. Even though it's a daily exfoliator, it just seemed like it sucked all the moisture out of my face. And I don't find that even with like my apricot scrubs, with my Kate Somerville scrubs that I've used before, I don't find that they dry me out the way that this dried me out. So I'm not quite sure if it's just the formulation of it, but I did find that my skin became very dry to the point where you like immediately wanted to put lotion onto your face. So overall, I thought the product was good. The sample, I thought it was good. Would it be something that I would say, oh, I want to go to Sephora and I want to spend my money on it and buy? No. If I had another sample of it, would I use it? Yes, but I would not just purposely go to Sephora or go online and choose to purchase this for myself, even though I thought it did do a good job. I think just the fact that it dried my skin out so bad and that the product seems to get used up fairly quickly, because it's not in like a tube form, I just don't think that it would be something for me to use on a continual basis. The next thing that I had was the Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray. This, of course, I knew I was not going to get done with this in a week. For being just 0.5 fluid ounces, it does have a lot of product in it because you only need, you know, max 4 sprays for your face, whether you do it in the X shape or whether you do like zigzags like how I do. You need about 4 sprays maximum. This actually was really good. I know I had mentioned in my last video that when I first used this maybe a year or two ago, I found that it did break me out and it felt a little tight on my face. But this actually did not feel tight on my face, and thank God it did not break me out. And like I said before, I don't know if it's because it has the temperature control technology in it. I don't know if the one I used 2 years ago or whatever had that in it, but this one does, and I really did like it. It really did keep my face, I don't want to say matte looking because it wasn't matte, but it just kept my makeup looking like it wasn't going to melt off. And we did have some hot days here. I think we had 75-degree day Sunday. We had it, and I used this, and it kept my makeup very locked in. My makeup didn't feel like it was going to rub off or anything like that. It felt very comfortable on the face. Doesn't have a horrible smell. It actually has a great spray nozzle, so I'll just see if you guys can see this. Woo! So it has a great mist. It's a nice, great pressured mist. It's not a soft pressured mist. It gives you a good burst, but it's a wide, if you can see, it's a wide range burst. So you spray it. It goes very wide, but it disperses a lot at one time. So it comes out very pressurized and disperses widely. So that's why you don't need as much of it. I know some setting sprays or some finishing sprays, they spray, but they spray like this soft mist where you feel like you gotta like keep moving into it because you don't actually feel it on your face, and it's more of a directional mist versus it being a wide kind of cloud of mist. So I really did appreciate that on this one. That, I mean, there's not much left in here, but there still is enough probably for a good couple more days of this. But I did like the fact that it does do a nice wide, very powerful spray. You feel like it's on your face. You don't feel like you need to douse your face and you look at it and it's like all wet, because you can tell that it gives you so much at the beginning. So I did like this. Would this be something that I would go and purchase? I'm not quite sure, because right now my favorite setting spray that I have is the Boscia White Charcoal Setting Spray. I've been using that probably for a year and a half. Absolutely love and adore that one. And I also love and adore the Scandinavia Bridal Finishing Spray. So, you know, Scandinavian, Urban Decay, you know, Scandinavia makes the Urban Decay setting sprays. So that's probably why the spritz and the formula is so good. But if I was unable to find those two sprays I'm currently using, or if I just had a couple more samples of these, or this was on sale, then yes, I would purchase it. The only reason why I wouldn't just run out and purchase it now is because I kind of have my two holy grails, but this would be something that I would purchase in the future because I did actually enjoy it. The next thing that we had was the Josie Maran 100% Pure Argan Oil Light Oil. This is basically exactly what it says. It's an argan oil. You can use it for your hair to tame flyaways, to help hydrate your hair. You can use this for your nail beds to hydrate your nail beds. You can use this for your skin, your elbows, your knees. You use this for your face, and you can use this to add to any of your foundations to make them more pliable. So like the Kat Von D foundation is very, very thick. It can be temperamental to work with, and it sets very quickly. 1 or 2 drops of this into the Kat Von D foundation makes it more spreadable and easier to work with while still keeping the full coverage of the foundation. I thought this was going to break me out. I was very, very hesitant about using this. There was no way I was going to use up all this oil, which I had said in my last video. I mean, there's 0.15 fluid ounces of this oil, but being that it's not something you need a ton of, the sample size is actually really good. I don't see why you would necessarily need to buy full size per se right away. The sample size is great. I liked the oil. It didn't break me out, so that was good. It really did hydrate my nail beds, and I really liked that. In my hair, it wasn't my favorite, but I don't know if it's just because I'm partial to the other oils I use right now, like the Ghost Oil, the Paul Mitchell, so the Skinny Serum. So this wasn't my favorite oil in my hair, but you know, it did a decent job. I didn't like putting it on my skin, like my elbows and stuff, because it just reminded me of like a weird baby oil type texture. I wasn't really down for the cause for that one. But I did like it in the foundation because, like I said, it made it be more pliable, easier to work with. I would not run out and get this, not because it didn't work or doesn't work for other people, because it's just not something that I would use. I don't think I'm really into the putting oils on your face type thing, like this kind of oil, like an argan oil, not like a serum or something like a Ole Henriksen or something like that. The True Serum, I really like that, but just as far as just argan oils like this, I don't think I'd put them on my face, generally speaking. What I would use this for is continue to use it for my nail beds. I like to do my nails, so I actually need to do them now because they're looking so horrible. But I would continue to use that for my nail beds to moisturize them, to make sure they stay hydrated. So this is probably what this is going to become. So I did enjoy all 3 products. My favorite out of all of them was the Urban Decay All Nighter Spray, The Tarte Friction Stick, you know, was a close second. You know, it was good for what it was, but it's not something I think is worth the cost in the future for what it is. And the argan oil, I would not use it in the traditional sense that you would use it for your face. I would use it for my nail beds. But for the price of this, I would not go out and purchase this, because I'm not going to use it for my face. I'm not going to use it for my hair. I'm not going to use it for my skin. For simple nail beds, they have tons of other creams and moisturizers that are far cheaper than getting the Josie Maran one. So the winner is the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray, but I am going to be keeping and finishing up all 3 of them. Because I think it was really a win this week. So I don't think there was anything that was just like, oh my gosh, I can't stand this. It needs to be trash. This was horrible. This didn't work. All 3 of them were good for their purpose. Nothing was horrible. Nothing was hateful. If you guys have used any of these, let me know in the information section down below. If this dried you out, let me know in the information section down below. If you have any other good uses for the oil, let me know in the information section down below. And if you also notice a difference in the Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray from what it was maybe a year or 2 years ago, let me know in the, what did I say, information section? Comment section. Let me know in the comment section down below if you guys think that it is different than it used to be. So that was this week, and I'm so excited to get our sample Sunday on and see what samples we're going to have for this week. So happy. I love Sample Sunday because I love seeing what new products I'm going to get for the coming week, and see like if I have any duds, or if I have any really, really great ones, any new kind of holy grails, any new things I want to try out and keep. It's just a great way to get through my sample box and to see what I actually like and what I do not like. So if you guys enjoyed this video, give me 2 very enthusiastic thumbs up. If you have not already, like I said before, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you can be notified of all my new and upcoming videos. You do not miss a single one. And guys, until my next video, I will see you later, and I'll miss you very, very, very much. I love you guys. Bye.